Well, I tell you what, we have an absolutely perfect Midwestern afternoon for football, and EA Sports brings you coverage of the NFL from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd, and they're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. A quick throw now complete to Ross. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
At the 42-yard line.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
At the 46-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Stop Mike 42, Mike 42. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
And now they'll throw with Allen. This is brought in by Gibson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
319. You ain't going nowhere. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Alert, alert, alert. Out, out. Monday. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Allen's throw is complete, and they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
29-yard line.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. The 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD.
Cody Parkey lining up for the extra.
Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Check 31, check 31. Check 6 go.
On the counter, here's Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It was Jalen Smith who worked through to make that stop.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Round 80. 42 is the mark. I'm trying to collect. Start Mike 42.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. On third down, they're going to go with the option. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
3-yard loss.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals nothing.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Nick Chubb, second leading rusher in the NFL last year. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The They go with Chubb on second down, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished second in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
He was brought down at the 40.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. From the 45 on second down, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 5. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Sean Jackson.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Browns.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Nick Chubb, the ball.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
7-yard line. A gain of 12.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
2nd down and 8. And they run the option on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there. 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind. And this time, they get it to him the more conventional way. And it's much more successful as well.
Now Gordon on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
57, Mike, 57. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On first down, Bernard. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 18-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Gordon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
A 31-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
Nick Chubb.
But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes. And again, it's Chubb. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they'll walk him back half the distance.
Set to kick off.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The tackle made at the 40.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They run it again with Chubb. And some space here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the Bengals 35.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
The Browns ball carrier. He was brought down by Trey Waynes. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
The handoff.
On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
He was brought down.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
At the 49-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line.
42's the mic, 42's the mic. Target. 42's the mic, boys, 42's the mic. I know he ain't got it.
To throw, it's Allen. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 26 yards on the play there, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game.
His kick is...
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Johnson now returning. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A run for Nick Chubb.
At the 30.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Bengals.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain.
They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Quick dance. Come. Stop Mike 42, Mike 42. Check right. Mike 42.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 47-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
He's across.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They're going option play on 3rd down. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Remember, don't let Josh Allen's size fool you. 6'5", 240, but he can move pretty well.
It fooled everyone. Let's just be frank about the whole thing. When he came out of Wyoming, you could see on tape that he could move fairly well, but you didn't see him as a big-time running threat. That really evolved when he hit the league with the Bills. My only concern about him is at 6'5", got to learn to make himself a little smaller when it gets to be the point of contact, because I don't want him getting hurt out there.
And we're seeing, though, that he can execute the RPO pretty well.
Boy, can he ever. And that size does come into play for him because he can see over the top of the defense and make a decision about whether to keep it or whether to throw it downfield.
Here's Gordon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
On 2nd down, here's the option. That's out to the left flat and complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Down and 5.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Big stop, G. 56.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for John Ross. Incomplete. He was covered by Denzel Ward.
Down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. To throw is Allen. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3.
Browns 15.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that, because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Cincinnati, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.